What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Frontline Film Podcast, episode seven. Episode seven. We definitely got a really fun episode for y'all today. Got some movie news, some trailers, and then two movie reviews. Um, both of which we enjoyed, and we'll talk about which ones we enjoyed more. Also, going to react to Severance. So, yeah, fun stuff. Landon, how's your voice?
It's a little bit better. Not
Hmm.
it's better than yesterday. It's better than yesterday. So one day makes a difference.
Still pretty rough, man. You
Yeah,
lay off the cigs.
I know.
hmm But yeah. So exciting episode. Let's just jump right into it. Just got a couple little news items that I saw on Twitter this past week. I kind of wanted to talk about briefly. So our favorite show of all time is Breaking Bad, and the creator of that show is Vince Gilligan. So he did Breaking Bad, and he made Better Call Saul, and it was just kind of announced his like new show that he's been working on. I think it's already filmed and everything. It's going to be like a psychological sci-fi thriller, starring Rhea Seehorn, and you probably don't know who she is, but she plays like other than Saul on Better Call Saul, she plays like the other main character, Kim Wexler. Great actress. I haven't really seen her in anything else, but she's really, really good in Better Call Saul. So I don't really know what much to make of this show. Psychological sci-fi thriller show. It's going to be on Apple TV, and as we both know, they have the best shows right now. And it's the maker of Breaking Bad. Like it's I mean, it's gonna be elite. I
Yeah,
hope.
yeah, it's gonna be different than Breaking Bad probably. But yeah, I knew she was from Better Call Saul. Um, Another like psychological sci-fi thing just added to the list on Apple TV, who I agree definitely has the best TV shows out right now. So I imagine this one's gonna be just as good.
Yeah.
I definitely trust the creator of Breaking Bad, the writer, director of Breaking Bad, and he's probably gonna kill it again, and it'll probably be a show that takes over media.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm excited to see like how he does with sci-fi because his biggest two projects are very
dark,
grounded,
gritty.
gritty stories. So sci-fi, hell yeah. Let's see what he
Yeah,
can do.
agreed.
I know he did unfortunately say that like that I don't think he's ever gonna do any more Breaking Bad spin-offs or anything. So this is like his first non-Breaking Bad related project in like 20 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, excited for that. I don't know if that's going to be this year, like next year or what, but I did see it was already all filmed and everything. So
I thought somebody had said like fall, but
maybe,
maybe that was like a rumor. Don't know.
who knows? But yeah, so that's Vince Gilligan's new show. I don't even think it had the title, but definitely looking forward to that. And then another big piece of news. Um, I know we talked about it on one of our first episodes, the new Harry Potter show. Um, they actually just found their Dumbledore, and it is going to be none other than John Lithgow. What you think?
Um, so in his like his big role is something where he plays Winston Churchill, right? Think that's like his big role. Actually, don't know much about him. He's one guy that I don't
He's
know
in a
much
ton
about.
of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, he looks the part. I would imagine with the makeup and everything, he's gonna be pretty
Brother,
good.
brother, he's in my favorite movie of all time. Come on now.
John Lithgow.
Do you even know who John Lithgow is?
I mean, I saw a picture of him. I don't.
He plays the dad in Interstellar, or the grandpa.
How old is he?
He's pretty old.
He'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that name actually. I guess
You're a weirdo.
I know that's just one
He's literally in so many movies.
I don't know.
Anyways, John Lithgow is going to be playing Dumbledore. I thought that'd be bigger news, but you don't even know who he is, so oh well.
Nope.
He's a great actor. He's in a lot of really good stuff. I think it's A good step in the right direction. I'm curious to still see like who they choose for the kids and maybe like Snape, um, Voldemort, everybody. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. I'm just like dumbfounded that you don't know who John Lithgow is. Well,
Don't know the name.
you
Sorry,
must not like movies or something.
I
All
don't.
right, so we also got some trailers this week to talk about. The first one that came out, we talked about it a little bit last episode, but we got a full trailer for it this week, and that's How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake. Um, hey Nugget in the background.
Toothless.
Oh, that's Toothless? Yeah,
It's
okay,
just
got
like
it. But yeah, got the new trailer for How to Train Your Dragon. I, for one, am very excited for it. I know that it is probably not necessary and it's a money grab. And I'm pretty sure the director of it, like, literally said it's like almost a shot for shot, line for line remake. I mean, I'm still hyped for it
did
because,
you see the quote that came out where the director talked about the animated one was rushed, so he didn't feel like it was perfect, and that there were things that they could like play on in the live action that they weren't able to do in the animated one? Did you see that? So, first of all, the animated one, the original, is literally great. And he said it was rushed and not what he like, not perfect to him. I was like, dang, first
yeah,
one's pretty freaking good.
yeah. I know a lot of people got mixed opinions on the live action remake, but I think it looks sick. And then we just saw like the trailer on the big screen before Cap yesterday. Um, I think it's going to be great. We'll just have to see. I think it's got a good young cast. Gerard Butler returning, and I think the animation and like the dragons look great. Um, they don't look like too much different than they do
They
in the
look very
animated ones,
similar.
but they have a little bit more of a realistic like look to them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we talked about it, I think last episode or the episode before. Do I think it's necessary? Absolutely not. I don't think it needs to be made, but it's going to make money and people are going to go see it. So
yeah. No, I'm excited for it. I think that's going to be a good fun summer release. Um, I'm still don't know why they did a live action remake this soon, but hey, whatever works.
they're
Whatever,
doing
go
it
get
with
your
Moana
money.
too.
Go get your
So
money, DreamWorks. Yeah, Moana.
like Disney's doing it with Moana. I mean,
Yeah.
if a movie like is going to have success like the first Moana or the How to Train Your Dragons, like just play on it, dude. Just like make your money. Make your money.
I'm excited for it. So we'll just have to see. And then another big trailer we got this week was the first trailer for The Accountant 2, um, starring Ben Affleck and John Bernthal.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I honestly don't remember much about the first Accountant. I remember it was pretty good, entertaining. John Bernthal was the villain in the first one, right? I honestly thought he died at the end of it, but I guess I was wrong. And looks like in this one they're teaming up. So yeah, I watched this trailer the other day. I think it doesn't look just like anything breathtaking or spectacular, but looks like it could be like almost like a good buddy action comedy between them two. It had some funny moments in the trailer. It's obviously gonna have some cool action. John Bernthal and Ben Affleck are like, two of the best actors right now.
Yeah.
And I think they pair well together. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun time. I need to refresh and rewatch um, the first Accountant.
That'll be
It's
our homework.
been a long time.
Yeah, I rewatched the trailer actually before, right before I joined. I like Ben Affleck as this character. He actually did a good job in the first one to play somebody who's like very meticulous and calculating. He wants to have a plan and everything. He doesn't remember, he like doesn't really get close to anyone. He's like,
Yeah, he has like autism.
yeah. And I think he does a good job like in this role. Like even watching the trailer again, I was like, dang, like he is actually really good.
Yeah, yeah,
And you know, like Ben Affleck is not as in much stuff nowadays. And he is Batman, like the Batfleck for Zack Snyder and everything. And I think he actually is a really good actor. Sometimes I think people just are like they look over Ben Affleck, but I actually do really like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't even that bad of a Batman, but you take out Batman, he's still been in a lot of really, really good stuff. Um, so excited to see him finally getting to start to get to do more things since he's done with that, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
with you. Like this is not going to be like something that's like revolutionary or anything. It's going to be a fun action movie that you can go in, and it's going to be like Gerard Butler and O'Shea in Den of Thieves are going to be have really good chemistry, and it's going to be a fun watch. You're going
yeah,
to laugh and you're going to enjoy the action.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So I'm excited for that. We're just continuing to get a lot of good movies and good trailers for this year. So hopefully, hopefully they all live up to the hype. But looks like we're gonna have a good summer. I think that comes out not
April.
too long. It's like April, right?
Yep.
So hell yeah. And it's something I didn't have on the outline, but figured we could touch on. The Odyssey cast just keeps growing. Just keeps growing. I swear to God, every day I feel like someone new is getting casted. This past week it was Mia Goth and Corey Hawkins. Two great young actors and actress. Dude, this movie's gonna be so good. They keep adding people. They added like John Leguizamo last week. A couple other people. The guy that plays the voice of Tars in uh
Oh,
in Interstellar,
yeah,
he
yeah.
got casted. Um, yeah, I think this movie's gonna rock.
Yeah, no, dude, like we're big Corey Hawkins fans. Love him and like he's in Straight Outta Compton, he's in the Heights. He's young, he's like very fun. I think he's hilarious. He's gonna be very good in whatever role he's in. And I haven't really like been into the X or like Pearl Maxine trilogy, but you really like me a goth. So
Have you not seen any of those?
I've seen X or the first one.
X is the best one out of the three.
I've not
Um,
seen Pearl or Maxine. Pearl?
but
That's right.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Mia Goth is a great actress who's kind of like, I guess, blown up because of that trilogy. Um, so yeah, Christopher Nolan's cooking here. I saw they were gonna be filming some of the movie in like this iconic cave or something. Uh, I don't know. It's just gonna be unbelievable. I'm just so pumped for it, and we still got a year and a half, so uh, I'm excited. I wonder who he's gonna add next. We need to place bets.
There's no telling, bro.
McConaughey is coming back. I don't know.
Do you imagine? He gets Leo, McConaughey. He gets all of them.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out Chris Nolan. We're very excited for that. And so next thing, Severance. Give me your thoughts first.
So if you were following the Twitter, you could have just seen a bunch of memes. We were having a bunch of fun just tweeting out. And so that's basically an excuse for you to go follow the freaking Twitter because we were having a great time on Twitter. It was nothing like I know you said, well, you can give your thoughts in a second, so I'm not gonna give anything away. It was probably the most like, how do I say it? I'm gonna say inconsequential. I don't think it really added anything like crazy. We got a bereavement thing for Irving, and Dylan was kind of fun. I mean, it was really good in like the little like part where he got away or like got the lead and was like giving a speech. Helly and Mark finally see each other for the first time, and we in season two for the first time. And Mark doesn't think he can trust her. We kind of got some awkward conversations there. Milchick and man, what is her name? Her name is Sam Samantha.
Who?
Who's the Who's the girl that smiles all the time and I hate her smile?
Natalie?
Natalie. Yeah, Natalie. They're like they're having a little something. Milchick goes in for the performance review. They don't like that he uses big words all the time, which is hilarious. And then at the end, we finally see like something. Last episode, we got about 2 seconds of a reintegration that he was finally seeing something. This one we get the most, and Adam Scott in like the facial expressions and the emotion he brings in about 2 minutes of the episode is like amazing. We
Yeah.
feel everything that he's feeling. He sees it all at once. He finally sees Gemma or Miss Casey or whoever you want to call her. And he is just fantastic. We finally get to see some reintegration, and then they cut it off again right as you're like, oh, we're gonna get something good.
Yeah. Yeah. These cliffhangers are killing me. I
Oh, and I
think
didn't even bring up the seeing Bert in real life, got invited
yeah.
to dinner. So
Yeah. No, I mean, well, I think I texted you after. I think it was probably the weakest of the season, but I think it's also just like kind of beginning to set up more. Like you said, Bert and Irving in their Audis meet. It also seems like Irving's up to something.
yeah,
Um, I don't know what. Like his Audi's up to something. He's talking on the phone. We don't know who he's talking to. Um, but anyways, yeah, he runs into Bert, who's been following him. And I think it seems like next episode or soon we're gonna see them again. I'm glad that we are gonna continue to get some John Turturro because I was kind of worried that like he might not be in a lot of the rest of the season because he's really good, but it looks like we're still gonna get him. So exciting stuff there. And then yeah, the reintegration scene at the end was lit. That was the best part of the episode. Pretty wild. I'm excited to see where the show's going. I feel like we still don't really know where it's going. There's so many questions up in the air. We don't know what Cold Harbor is, what this whole thing that they're doing is, but apparently it's a huge deal. Um, yeah, I don't know. Uh,
we
I
also
think
find out that Bert did not retire; he got fired.
yeah, yeah,
So the whole time we thought he was retiring, like actually, just come to find out that he actually got fired.
yeah. Yeah, Lumen's lying about everything. So, what else are they lying about? I guess we'll just have to see. And then, yeah, the whole thing with Milchick and his performance review was really good. I think, whatever his name is, in real life, I think it's Tramel Tillman. He delivered a really good performance.
He's great. He's
He
great.
is. Yep, he is.
Natalie is like,
She's a great actress too, because you could
yeah,
tell, like, she's having to be like super business professional, you know? But then under that, you can still see like she's terrified
yeah, yep,
because like obviously she can't really speak out of turn or something might happen to her or she'd lose her job. But lots of just really good like small but really good acting performances in this show every week. I feel like we got a little bit more of Miss Wong in this episode as well. A little bit. Her
yeah,
talking to Milchick,
yeah.
and she's definitely like, what did she say?
She said something
Whenever
about it
she
makes them
dropped
feel
like,
human.
yeah,
We're
make
giving
me
them a
feel human.
funeral.
I was like, oh my
You're
God, this
like,
this bitch is crazy.
you're like, well, okay, my bad. Didn't know, and like Milchick calling out Mark in the elevator.
Yeah, that
Like,
was wild.
did did you tell her like stuff like that? Even Helena was that in this episode where she's like, I'm not going back down there, like, and she's that might have been last episode. No, it was this episode
That was this
where
episode.
she's like, I'm not going back
She was like, I'll
down
just
there.
fake it again.
They're animals, and and you went down there and you had sex with Mark. You were trying to find love this whole time. You're calling them animals. So. And then Helly's really confused because she's like, why does Mark not want to talk to me? And Mark's like, I can't even trust you. So
Yeah, so many wild like love triangles and stuff going on.
there's a lot of, I'm with you, like, was the episode as a whole like very consequential? Probably not, but there were little moments everywhere where you're like, dang, okay, okay. Like you bringing up Miss Wong talking to Mill Chick in the supply closet, like you finding out that Miss Wong is like smarter than she leads on, knows more than she leads on, or like thinking like the that makes them feel human comment is insane.
Yeah,
That
dude,
is
that's
an
ruthless.
insane comment.
It's ruthless. Yeah, from a 13-year-old.
I don't know, man. Like I'm with you. Like I'm excited to see where it goes. I think the only thing that we like know for sure is that we're trying to figure out the Gemma Miss Casey thing. We're trying to figure out where she is, like
Yeah,
actually.
and what this whole project is,
Yeah.
Cold Harbor. It clearly involves her somehow.
Yep.
So I guess we'll just have to see. We officially, this was episode 5. It's the halfway point
Yep.
of the season because I think it's going to be 10 episodes. So we'll
Oh, and
we'll
then
continue to react every week.
yeah, and then we didn't even kind of we can like touch on it real quick, but Dylan finding the note that
Oh yeah,
Irving
yep,
left on the back of
yep,
the thing.
yeah.
So
So the last thing he said to Dylan in the previous episode was "hang in there."
yeah,
Um, and then when they're at the funeral, after everyone's gone, Dylan notices the sign on the wall was it a little cat or
yeah,
something, and it said "hang in there."
yeah.
Um, and he like reaches behind it, and there's like a secret note for directions to that elevator. So maybe Dylan goes on a little field trip
But he
soon.
put it back, which was weird.
He did, but I think he's obviously gonna like
Yeah.
try to memorize it or
Yeah, I thought he was gonna
whatever.
go bring it to Mark or something. He just puts it back. So might just be
Yep.
his little we'll get more of Dylan, which we always love.
Dude, I love Dylan. I think he's my favorite character on the show so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
So yeah. So Severance is continuing to just fire on all cylinders. Um, excited to see where it goes. We'll just have to keep talking about it. I think we're gonna well, we have 5 episodes, so that'll put us like mid-March.
Mhm.
But we still got a while to talk.
It'll be right into you know what.
And then it's gonna end on such a horrible cliffhanger, and we're gonna have to wait another couple of years, probably.
Hopefully Ben Stiller just gets on it. He's like, all right, 1 year.
I'm just like mentally preparing myself
Yeah,
for that. But
yeah.
so yeah, that's Severance. All right. Without any further ado, we are about to review Captain America: Brave New World. Everybody clap. We made it. We made it to another Marvel movie. Been a long break. What the last one? We only got one last year, and it was Deadpool and Wolverine. Um, and this one kind of felt like not the next like starting point, but like Captain America like is one of the most important characters in these stories. So you kind of feel like, you know, the future of Marvel is like kind of jumping off from this point. We've had a lot of origin stories and different characters added in this phase, but this is like the first time you're getting like one of the main guys back, see what he's up to and how he's going to propel the story forward. Um, and yeah, what? Give me your thoughts. What did you think?
To harp on your point, this was a reboot is not the right word. I think it's more of like a, you know what I'm trying to say. We're like, okay, we delayed all these movies. We had time to work on them. We name changed this movie, I think 3 times. Like, we're finally here. Sam Wilson is getting his movie, and he's going to be the leader. Like, Captain America is the leader of the Avengers. Does not matter. He's the one that everybody looks to. So this is the one that we're gonna be like, okay, this is it. Like we're full fledged, full like steam ahead to Secret Wars, Doomsday, all of that. So my personal opinion, real quick, if you do the history, the reviews were all not good. Not good. For the most part, a lot of the reviews were not good. But I have never really seen Twitter more split than I have seen like the past weekend. Like people like it, people don't like it. Like you don't see it in between. Like it's okay. You're like either people hate it or they don't or they really like it. My personal opinion. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it fun? Hell yeah, it's fun. There were people complaining about the fighting sequences. I don't know what their complaint is. Some of the choreography, you looked over at me and my jaw was on the floor. Like I was like, wow. Like I think the choreography is so fun. I think Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson is unbelievable. He is perfect. They struck gold with Anthony Mackie. Like he is great. Um, I think it is great. I think it is great. For a Captain America movie, I mean, compared to the other ones, it's not really fair because it's a whole different character. And if you watched Falcon Winter Soldier, which a lot of people did, there's your movie setting him up as Captain America, as Falcon Winter Soldier. And this movie is like, okay, where we go from here as his Captain America. How is he going to be a light for Americans, for the world, as a leader for the Avengers? And he does a great job. There's great writing in his character. The plot is flawed. I agree. Like the one where me and you talked about it, like a lot of the buildup of this movie is Harrison Ford to Red Hulk. We already know that going into the movie. We already know he's Red Hulk, but we don't know how he's going to get there. I think that is one downfall to this movie is like everybody knows the reveal at the end because it's in the trailers. Um, I think some CGI needs to be worked out. I don't think all the CGI was perfect. Um, but I think the sequencing, the way it's told, and I think the fight choreography is very, very good.
Yeah. No, yeah, kind of like you said at the beginning, no, it is not a perfect movie. And Marvel fans and even like Star Wars fans up like at this point are just so freaking picky about everything. They expect everything to be Endgame or Infinity War. Like it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. Those are big like milestone movies that you get you but we had to go through what 20 something movies before those
And the
and
liars that say they liked all of the ones before Infinity War and Endgame, you're lying. You're lying.
yeah
I don't care.
there
You do
are
not
some
like
that are
Thor the
just not
Dark
great.
World. You don't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you didn't like them when they came out. Stop lying.
I like Ant-Man and the Wasp, so screw
No,
you.
other people are saying
But
that all the ones leading up to Infinity were good, and you're a liar.
yeah, no, they I mean they weren't all great, but they don't all have to be just this freaking just Oscar worthy movie.
No.
Like it's just it's a kids movie at its core. Like these are kids movies. These are meant to entertain, fans of comics, young fans, and also, got people like us and older Marvel fans as well. But like, they're superhero movies. Like, take that for what it is and quit trying to dissect and perfect every single little thing. Yes, sometimes you strike gold with movies like Winter Soldier or like Guardians of the Galaxy, and those movies are like in a tier of their own. But not everything has to be up to that caliber. I had a lot of fun with this. It is not perfect, but like you said, the fight sequences, specifically like the air combat, is so good.
Yep.
It looks so good.
Yep.
I think all that, like all those visuals looked really good. Um, the worst CGI or visuals that I noticed in the movie was kind of at the end when he was like talking to Hulk.
Yeah.
When he was talking Red Hulk down, like after the demolition or whatever of like that road that they were on with the cherry blossoms, like I thought the background while it was still up, like looked fine. But like once it was demolished, it just kind of looked a little wonky. But the Hulk, Red Hulk looked great. Like I think that's the best Hulk's ever looked. Um, and it even still kind of looks like Harrison Ford, which is cool. But yeah, man, it's a fun movie. It's not perfect. The story is a bit lackadaisical, but it's fun. People need to learn just how to have fun with movies again. I do agree. My biggest the biggest flaw in this movie is that the audience knows what's coming from the jump because they chose to market the movie that way. Which I understand you're trying to get butts and seats, but could you imagine how cool of a reveal that would have been had we not known Red Hulk was
Yeah,
coming?
what if, just a question, like, what if you had promoted
The
the
leader
leader and
instead.
Sidewinder?
Yeah.
What if you had
Promote
just done that?
them instead of Hulk. Maybe like have a glimpse of Hulk in the trailer, but you don't know who it is, even though like real comic book movie fans, know who it is. But I don't know, man. I think the marketing there was just not the greatest choice because you know where the movie's going. And we've known that he fights Red Hulk at the White House for the past year, you know.
Yeah,
So that's the biggest downfall, I think. But other than that, man, like it is a fun movie. Anthony Mackie absolutely cements himself as Captain America. He is the leader of the Avengers, and I believe it. And I think I'm excited to see like how he does. Um, Especially with two stories we're about to get as crazy as Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like it's not going to be some light task. So I'm curious to kind of see like how he does against just massive multiversal stakes. But I think Anthony Mackie's the man. I think Danny Ramirez was a great standout from this. He's gonna be a really good Falcon, I think. Um, he delivered like some emotional moments, but it was pretty funny as well. But you can tell like he's still good at what he does and being the Falcon and everything. So um, definitely excited to see more of him moving forward. And then I thought Harrison Ford killed it. The whole movie, like obviously you know what's coming, but like he just delivers a very like tense and mostly serious performance the whole movie. And I don't think that's being talked about enough. You could tell that he clearly had so much fun playing this, whereas a lot of times Harrison Ford just kind of seems to be doing it just like he'd rather be doing something else sometimes. Like he doesn't even love Star Wars, but he just does it because everybody loves Han Solo. But this kind of felt like similar to how he loves Indiana Jones. He seemed like he really enjoyed playing this character and getting to be play Hulk. So, uh, yeah, I enjoyed it. The bad reviews, people just need to kick rocks because it's fun. Definitely, it's fun for the whole family. Whether you're even a diehard Marvel fan or not, you can enjoy this movie without knowing anything. Like it's not really connected to a lot of other stuff, other than like Hulk and Eternals. But I mean, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely higher on Marvel movies usually than like most of the rest of the world. So I gave this 4 stars on Letterboxd, and my like rating for it right now is sitting at an 8.2 on the year. Um, yeah, no, great movie. A lot of fun. Anthony Mackie's great. What'd you rate it?
yeah. So on Letterbox, I gave it 3.5 stars. And I'm gonna go up a little bit more than a 7. I'm actually gonna go like a 7.2 was the rating that I gave it. There are some flaws, but overall the characters are a lot of fun. Like you said, Danny Ramirez is Joaquin Torres, right? That's his name.
Yes.
Isaiah Bradley even was very
Yeah.
good in his little amount of roles that he got. Um, I was gonna go off what you said, like is just like story crazy? No, but it's simple. Like it's simple. I mean, it's just very like they knew what they were going for. It's simple. Um, the biggest flaw, like you said, is definitely the marketing, I think, for it. Just market the leader because we already know who the leader is. Like we've been waiting since 09, oh 08.
I think it was '07 or '08.
So we've known who that is. And we saw Giancarlo as Sidewinder in the trailer as well. You could play off those two guys. Like, I agree with you there. I want to say to like people who watch this and like when you go see a Marvel movie or you go see any movie, don't even read reviews before you go. Like, don't read actual reviews. You can look at the score or whatever and just get a gauge. Don't read reviews because you need to make your own opinion. Just make your own opinion. Who cares what other people think? Like, there were actual critics and people who like really love comic books that were bashing this movie because it's either not a perfect movie or the source material, they didn't follow it. Who cares? Is the movie entertaining to you? That's what you need to answer yourself. The answer for me is I have fun in this movie. Is it perfect? No, but it is super fun. And you get to see Anthony Mackie kill it as Sam Wilson. Make your own opinion. Like people who are going in and they're like, oh man, people are saying it's bad. It's a 4 or it's a 3. No, go in and make your own opinion. Do that. Come on. This
Yeah,
movie's fun.
it is. It is, and it's still, even though like you see a lot of like negative reviews and stuff on it, it still made a ton of money. I think it made like close to 200 million.
190,
Yeah,
$192 million.
yeah. I mean, that's the best the Marvel movie's done, other than
Also,
Deadpool. But
also, I'm not going to call out the no free clout on this podcast. There's a Twitter account that said how much money it made and said that it was the third highest grossing Captain America movie. I hate you. That's what you chose to say. I hate you, Twitter account. You know who you are. That is stupid. That's stupid. They know who they are.
someone's upset.
I'm clipping this Twitter. I'm clipping it and I'm putting it on Twitter.
Mm, mm.
Stupid.
But yeah, audiences I think clearly liked it. The audience scores like in the 70s. So I think like both of our scores make sense. I just like tend to enjoy Marvel stuff more.
Yeah.
But like this movie's like right at, around a 7 or an 8, which is where we both landed at. So yeah, go see it. Like Wilk said, go make your own opinion. It's a lot of fun.
I'm
There's some
telling
really
you, you're
good
going to have fun.
there's some really good performances, and I think you get a hint of like um Anthony Mackie's like leadership and how he's going to be, leading this next crew of the Avengers. And we don't really even know who that consists of yet, but I'm sure
And,
that we'll find
and,
out more.
and his little conversation with Bucky is like awesome.
Yeah, his combo with Bucky was awesome.
We
Oh,
saw how
Bucky's a congressman.
James Buchanan Barnes. I
That's
just
just
like,
ridiculous.
real, and then of course we have another movie to review, but I just really do like, if you remember Falcon Winter Soldier, how good they were together. That little moment with them for
Yeah,
like
that
five to
was one of
ten
the best parts
minutes.
of the movie.
Yeah, like Sebastian Stan's awesome too. And I really wanted him to show up, and I really thought he was not going to. But when he said that this is a private room, I already knew who it was. I was so happy.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a cool moment. And then you get the return of Betty, Liv Tyler.
Oh yeah,
Haven't
yeah.
haven't seen her in almost 20 years,
Oh my
but hey, there
gosh,
she is.
yeah,
There she is. But and then Tim Blake Nelson, back after
yeah.
almost 20 years,
He was
he
very
did
good.
he,
He
he
was
did a
very
good
good.
job as well. I don't still don't love his like design.
Agreed.
I think they could have done better. Plus, isn't he blue in the comics? He was more like kind of green.
He's still. I think he's majority green, but you can just look it up. Like I think he is a majority
Oh,
green.
you're right. He is green.
But you kind of get the you kind of wanted his head to be big. That's like his whole thing,
Yeah. But
not
anyway,
bubbling.
anyways,
He was good though. I really did
lots
enjoy
of
him.
lots of good surprises and stuff. And then the after credit scene where he teases like what's coming. Um, I know you were mad about the after credit scene, but I am excited to see where everything is going and how little old non-super soldier serum Sam Wilson is going to fare against Doctor Doom. So yeah, we'll just have to see.
The
We get
comment, the comment he made at the end fight about Bucky was full of shit, not taking the serum. That was
I should
funny.
have taken that serum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
But yeah, fun movie. Go see it. We love Marvel. Um, so that is Captain America: Brave New World. and we weren't originally gonna review this next movie, but we both loved it so much that we wanted to talk about it. Um, New Apple TV movie. So there you go. You already got one green flag. Miles Teller, two green flags. Anya Taylor-Joy, three green flags. Just three great things already, and that is The Gorge on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus. Um, I don't really know what I expected going into this movie, other than I like both of those actors. The concept seemed interesting based off of the trailer, but that's really all I like. I didn't really expect much from it. It being a streaming movie, like straight to streaming. We literally only had like the one trailer that came out a couple months ago for it. Yeah, so I don't know what I expected other than maybe some fun acting performances from them too, and maybe some cool action. Um, and I think this movie just absolutely exceeded my expectations. Um, and it seems that way, like the Twitter discourse kind of is like on the same page there. This movie is really freaking good. It is way better than it has any right to be. It's very original concept. Um, that I don't think it was based on a book or anything. So very, very cool, fun, original concept. You get a little bit of everything. You get cool action. It's got funny moments. It's got a pretty cool like love story, at its core. But then it's got like some horror elements. I mean, it literally has everything. It's a ton of fun. You get two great leading acting performances from Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. The mystery is intriguing. The action looks cool. Um, I had so much freaking fun with this movie. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. So I'm very, very pleased with it.
Yeah, you talk about the trailer, and you probably did send it to me whenever it came out. I don't remember the trailer. I do remember like the movie, who was in it. Don't remember the trailer. So it's almost like I came into this movie not remembering anything from the trailer, just knowing the concept of it. And that was a perfect way to watch this movie. Like, because like everything, you're like, where is this going? Like, what is the plan? And I like with you, I had a lot more fun in this movie than I thought I was going to. It's a very cool premise. Anya and Miles Teller are awesome already. We both love them. And it was very, very different, I feel like. It starts off as like a romance movie, like they're getting to know each other. And then it's like, okay, sci-fi movie. And you're like, sci-fi romance movie. Okay, I'm in. On Valentine's Day is when it came out. Awesome. I'm all the way in. Um, I thought it looked great, first off. I thought it looked outstanding.
The
Um,
creatures, the Hollow Men or whatever, they looked really good.
yes, yes. I thought the whole um area that they go down and it's overtaken by the weapon or the biochemical weapon or whatever looks great. Um, yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you have Apple TV and you had not seen it, definitely take a look at it, like check it out. Um, nah, man, I really enjoyed it. I was even Cameron, like Cameron, I didn't tell her anything about the movie. I said it was a romance movie. Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy. That's what I told her. And she goes, okay. And about like 30 minutes into the movie, she was like, I'm already going to have anxiety this whole movie. And I was like, sorry, I hate it for you. But she enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. They were great as their characters, and they had a lot of chemistry as well.
Yeah. Obviously, Anya Taylor-Joy like gets tons of love and appreciation. Also, she looks great with the short black hair. Just gonna throw that out there. But we've seen her in literally every hair color. She's had red, blonde, brown, now black.
Yep.
She can rock it all, and her accent was hot too. So good for her. Good job, Anya Taylor-Joy. But like I said, she already gets a lot of like you know positive attention. Rightfully so. She gets a lot of love, and Miles Teller is somebody I feel like does not get enough love. I have felt this way for a long time. I think he's a very underappreciated actor. He kind of came up doing a lot of comedies and stuff. Um, like drinking movies, Project X, things like that. Um, but he was always so good in them. He can play the serious moments well when he needs to, and then he's really funny. And then you really get a taste of his acting chops in Whiplash, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Unreal in that movie. Also, I don't know if it probably wasn't a callback, but like seeing him playing the drums,
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, Whiplash. But um, yeah, you get to see how good of an actor he is in Whiplash, and then I felt like after Whiplash, like you didn't really hear much from him up until Top Gun, and then in Top Gun Maverick, um you get to see like the action side of him. Oh, he was in the Divergent movies actually, but he like really cemented himself as like a good action star, I think, with Top Gun Maverick. I don't obviously Tom Cruise is the star of that movie and he gets all the attention, but Miles is like awesome in that movie. He is so good. And this is really his first The Gorge, I feel like his first movie since Top Gun that I can think of,
You might be
probably.
right. No, you
I'm,
might be
I'm
right.
trying to think. I mean, he hadn't really been in anything. Um, but I think you kind of get a little bit of everything that he's done in this movie. You get some good comedy here and there. Um, you get like some romance. He was in some rom-coms and stuff when he was younger. And then you get some killer action that we've kind of come to see from him in the past couple years with Top Gun. So uh, definitely, I think he needs more leading man roles. Anya Taylor-Joy is obviously she's Anya Taylor-Joy. She's incredible. She's one of the best actresses. She's going to continue to have success and but I think Miles needs some love too, man. I love Miles.
Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver's in it too. We didn't even talk about her. Like, I know she's in it brief, and the reveal of like what's actually going on. I feel like me and you, especially because we've seen so many movies like this, we could kind of tell like where it was headed. I feel like I I don't know if you were the same way. I could kind of feel like where it was headed. Um, once
I
I
did,
figured out,
yeah.
like once they went down there and like you like noticed like I thought it was like a nuclear weapon gone wrong and it ended up being
That's literally
like
what, yeah, like it's a weapon,
yeah,
some form of weapon testing gone wrong.
yeah. And I knew Sigourney Weaver had like a role in it, but I didn't know what the role was and stuff like that. But no, and then just some like subtle things like the characters like the Hollow Men, they definitely look great. The creature at the end with like like at the end where they're like webbed together and they're all like breathing heavy.
Yeah,
That's
dude, that
creepy
like
as
that
hell.
that creature or whatever it
I
was
kind of wish
gnarly.
we got more of what that thing was, because that was like quick, like them walking through it and them burning it. That was pretty quick. So I kind of wish we got some more with that, figuring out what that was. Um, but yeah, like they go into the lab, they find out what's really going on, what really happened. An earthquake set off a biochemical weapon test, and then the whole gorge is like radioactive and they think that they're being infected, but it turned to find out that they're not. And then the end kind of leaves you like, okay, did he make it out? Did Miles Teller make it out? Where is he? Why is he not there? And then he finally shows up at the end.
Yeah,
Great. Great ending, too.
and they lived happily ever after,
We think. With
most
no
likely.
one to miss him. Like, no
Yeah,
one's looking for him. They killed the only people that were looking for him.
I don't know how he found her, but he did.
Yeah.
He showed up. I was like, how was he there? How did he do that?
He talked about that freaking rabbit pie.
Like the rabbit pie. Um, So yeah, we both really like the Gorge. I think way more than we both expected to. I was very high on this movie. I love and appreciate a good original concept movie. Also something we didn't touch on. I thought the sequence with the Jeep was so cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like the Jeep going straight up the gorge. Oh my God, it was so good. And they were all
yeah,
like climbing up after him.
yeah.
But yeah, I always appreciate a good original movie. I feel like we hardly ever get it anymore. Everything's franchise and IP related, which is fine. We still love those movies too, but it's just really refreshing to get something that you haven't seen before. And I can confidently say, like, this was a very original concept and a different kind of movie, like a sci-fi thriller romance horror. Like, it's just very, very unique. You get two great acting performances. I think it's well directed. The visuals look great. I don't know if you noticed, but like in the gorge, like different environments were like different colors. So there's like a
Hmm.
purple area, like a
Yep.
red and blue, yellow. Um, yeah, I really, really enjoyed the gorge. It is actually my number one on the year so far. I give it 4.5 on Letterboxd. And my like rating for it is 8.6.
Nice.
Uh, I enjoyed this more than Captain America, honestly.
Yeah.
Obviously we love Cap, but I think this is just a much better made movie and more original and unique. And that's something that I really value in movies because we don't get a bunch of it anymore. So, really, really, really pleased with how this movie came out. I almost like want to see them again, but I don't know what they would do. I don't think we're gonna get a sequel for it unless you like pair them up and they do some other kind of sci-fi mission or something. I don't know. I don't know. But really, really good. I enjoyed it. Uh, 8.6.
Nice. Yeah, that's higher than I was. I still very much enjoyed it. I thought the story was very intriguing. Kept me like on the edge of my seat for a lot of the movie. Um, because you don't know when it's gonna take that turn, and then when it finally does, it really does feel like kind of like it could be two different movies. Because like the first half is like pretty mellow, they're learning about each other, and then immediately when they go down, you're like, oh, okay, this is a different movie. But no, yeah, it's good. I gave it 4 stars on Letterbox. I told you last night that it was an 8.0, and I'm probably gonna stick with that because I don't think it's like I'm not gonna go down on it, but I definitely wouldn't go up either. I think 8.0, like the 4 stars, 8.0 is perfect for it. Um, like I said, there were a couple things like nitpicky things, obviously, but again, did I have fun in the movie watching it? Yes, I did. And I loved them together. They were a lot of fun together. They had a bunch of chemistry. And that's kind of what you want if you're going to have a romance story. Do the characters feel like they're really into each other? And they really did. So I'm going to give it an 8.
We got an 8 and an 8.6.
Yeah.
Some positive. Um,
By the way, this was my number 2 on the year.
number two on the air. What did you have companion rated?
It was like it was high. It was high. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a 8.7, maybe? Is that right?
I don't remember. That was a while ago. But regardless, we both really enjoy the Gorge. We love Apple TV. They're just content. Obviously, they got the shows down pat, but it's cool to see them crank out some banger movies like this as well. I hope we get more of it, and I hope we get more Miles Teller. I want more Miles Teller really bad. I love him. So
Yeah, he
yeah,
looked good in this movie too.
yeah, with the beard and everything. He
Yeah.
finally like looks like a grown man.
Yeah, he
Like,
looked like he looks young for a lot of those movies,
yeah,
like
he kind of plays like a teenager slash college kid.
Whiplash, Footloose,
Yeah,
Project. Like he just looks young in all those movies.
yep. But yeah, no. So two great movies. You got a great theater release in Captain America, and then you got a great streaming release with The Gorge. I think everyone can find some enjoyment in both of those movies. They're both a ton of fun, and yeah, two good weekend for movies. Good weekend for movies. Um, next week, what's next?
The
21st.
the
That's the
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah.
Ooh, we get to talk about the monkey next week.
Yes, sir.
Um, so yeah, wait. Oh, here's my schedule right here. The monkey, and then in like a couple weeks after that, we get Mickey 17, and we get Novocaine, and then your favorite Snow White. Man, we got a lot of good stuff coming.
Yeah.
We have to hate review Snow White. We have to.
You better hope I have rewards points.
But yeah, so the monkey next week we'll continue to react to Severance as well. And here soon we're going to be able to talk about Daredevil.
Yeah,
Man,
we literally like
I'm almost done with season two.
nice.
So season three I remember is like one of the best seasons of television ever. So I'm excited to get back to that. But yeah, we got Daredevil soon. The White Lotus starts back up tonight. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, Cameron's into that.
Is she? Has she
Yep,
watched them?
yep.
Um,
I saw the trailer for Twisted Metal season 2, so I want to watch season 1 because I love the games. The games are like iconic.
the show was all right.
Yeah,
Nothing special, but I watched season one.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's episode 7 of the podcast. Thanks for listening to us ramble for a little while. Give us a like, a sub, a comment, whatever you would like. Share with your friends.
Yep.
Tell us what you want us to talk about. If there's any movies or draft ideas that you guys have, we are open to anything.
And follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, dang it. We're gonna try to live react to big shows like Severance and then probably Daredevil when it comes out in a couple weeks.
Yep.
I might even maybe do some for the White Lotus. We'll see. We'll see. Um, but yeah, we have a lot of fun on Twitter, so give us a follow. And then
And the
maybe next
Oscars
week
are coming up too.
Oscars are coming up,
A
and then
couple of weeks.
maybe next week we can do like a horror movie draft,
Yeah.
because of the movie. So
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Um, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye guys.
Goodbye.